So here we're on to day 4 of Neurologic Fitness, starting off with some rehabilitation work. I like how the focus is based on what I needed, which there's a lot more ankle work, but there's some variability, so I added some of these shoulder rolls. I did mention I had some golfer's elbow, so a lot of that comes from having immobile shoulders and scapula control. Then we did some prep rebound work, and this was some of the stuff I was most interested when I came across Sam's page, was doing a lot of drop catches and things. And then we're doing some low-level plyometrics here, but in a lower position. So typically you're doing like a pogo hop, but this is actually similar to a pogo hop, but you're more into a squatted position. And then I had to get a little creative on here because this was supposed to be a GHD ISO. I ended up using like a Nordic situation and then put a pad under my knee so it kind of mimicked the GHD and it seemed to do the trick. And now we're getting into some of the plyos, something I was also really interested in. So those drop catch push-ups, and then we're in here to some extreme iso lunge, little hop pulse situations. And then now some of Sam's favorite, the super slows. So this is a 1.5 minutes lower on a bench press, which is pretty wild. And then adding in some more strength work, working on pressing, curling, and pressing down really quickly. So although I'm doing it with a PVC pipe, you're getting a lot of activation because you're moving it so fast. So it definitely takes some strength and control when you're moving the PVC pipe that quickly. And then lastly, working on some spinal health here. This is something I haven't done a ton of in terms of these particular exercises, but it's really good to have good spinal control as well as mobility within the spine because it allows for everything else to move around the thoracic area a lot cleaner, so you just feel a little bit smoother and a little more fluid with your movements. But all in all, great program, and shout out to Sam for always hitting me up and letting me know if I'm doing things right or wrong within a very short window of after posting these videos. Great service, but I'll be back at it again with day 5.